Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we're talking on introduction to power series. Now here we're dealing with convergence and divergence of a power series. So for us to be able to solve differential equations using power series, we need to know whether the series will converge or diverge. So the converging or diverging is telling us, for converging, whether the answer will be within a given point, whether it will be approximately giving us a particular value. While the diverging means whether it will grow without bounds, whether the series will blow up. So converging series will give us a particular answer. It will center towards a particular region, right? While diverging means it will keep growing without bound. So for us to be able to ascertain this is the power series. So we say for the power series to converge, it means the series itself must exist. The limit of that series as it approaches infinity must what? Exist. Are you getting it? So for it to exist, it means you need to pass through this test. So you use these two tests to test whether it what exists, so that you know whether it converges or diverges, or it fails, because there are three conditions. So for it to what? To test for it, you can use the ratio test. The ratio test now is gotten using this equation. You take the limit of absolute value of a n plus 1 all over a n, then the root is, this is the nth root, please, nth root of the absolute value of a n. That's just it. Then for you to get the radius, the radius of convergence will now be what? 1 all over that L. Are you getting me? The L now is, if it's less than 1, it converges. If it's greater than 1, it diverges. And if it is equal to 1, the series fails. Alright? So we have gotten that. So these are the basic things you need to know. You can use your ratio or root test, and for each of the case, if you get L, because L is the value you are looking for. Are you getting me? The limit, that's the limit of that, the limit of a plus an plus 1 all over a n as n approaches infinity. In this case, is the limit of the nth root of a n, the absolute value of a n. So if you get that L, if you take that's 1 over it, you get what? The radius of convergence. That's basically it. Then let's see a question on this. I have example 1. Find the radius of convergence. Please give me that question again. N 0 to infinity, this n plus 1 dot x to the power of n all over I think 2. This is the question, right? Okay, yeah, n equal to what? 5. N equal to 5. So we have this question. So from this question now, we can determine whether it converges or diverges using any of these tests. So let's start with what? The ratio test. Let's start with the what? The ratio test. Now for the ratio test, we'll use this formula. But first, solution. First, you need to get your what? Your an plus 1. Step 1. Compare the power series. The power series with the general format. And what is the general format? We have sigma. We have sigma to infinity a n x minus x naught raised to power this. This is what we have, right? So from here now, we can now know that our an in this case now if we remove this, because this is the same thing as we're saying x raised to the power what? N. So x raised to the power n is representing this. Because remember, when we say x not equal to 0, if you equal to 0 now, you get x only raised to the power n. So that x raised to the power n is still the same thing as x raised to the power n. So every other thing, class, every other thing apart from this x raised to the power n, are you getting it? Is your what? Your an. Please take notes. Once you have removed your x raised to the power n, x raised to the power n, every other thing. Are you getting it? So in this case, I can put this over 1. So if I bring this in and multiply 1, I'll have this 2 raised to the power n here. Abi? So it's not the remaining x raised to the power n here. So that you not be confused for me to say that our a to the power an is equal to what? Minus 1 n plus what? 1 all over a to the power of what? N. You won't be confused if I say that, right? So we have this as our value. So now, what is our a n plus 1? What will our a n plus 1 be? What will our a n plus 1 be? Since here now is a n, right? A n plus 1 means n here was replaced by n plus what? 1, right? So I'll come in this value or in this expression and put where I find n as n plus 1, right? I'm replacing this. Then plus 1 is still there. All over here, n, I'll put n plus 1 because n plus 1 here is representing n. Do you understand? Okay, so that is just the trick to get that out. Now, next step. So step 2, apply the ratio or root test. So any of the tests can work, but in this our case we are using what? Ratio tests, right? So we are applying it. Now how do you apply it? So recall the formula. What is the formula? The formula tells us that L is equals to limit as s approaches infinity of what? Of the absolute value of this guy, Abi? What is this guy? N, this, Abi? N plus what? Plus 2 this time around. All over 2n plus 1. Please take notes. All what we have written is n plus an plus 1, which is in our formula. Okay, I didn't write the formula here, but if you check that formula, you discover that the formula is what? The limit as s approaches infinity of an plus 1 all over n an. Right? So it means we have written this. Right? Over can change it to divided by an. What is our an? Right? Which is minus 1 n plus 1 all over what? 2 raised to the power n. Absolute value. Absolute what? Value. So now applying the law of indices, I can easily evaluate. Evaluate. So evaluating it now, have this as minus 1 n plus 2 all over 2n plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power n all over minus 1 n plus 1 absolute value. Are you getting it? So in this case now, I'm multiplying. So this guy and this guy are the same. So I can carry this one over to this place, carry this one over to this place. So that this divided by this will now give you, according to indices, remember we have limits as x approaches infinity. So it will give you minus 1 n plus 2 minus, because of this law of indices, they are the same base. Add, subtract the power because it's dividing. Minus n plus 1. Everything multiplied by, we have 2n minus the one down, n plus 1. So we are looking for the absolute value, right? So have limits as s approaches infinity of what? So if you do this now, you see n. If you open this bracket, you should have, okay, let's just do it. So have minus 1 n plus 2 minus n minus 1. Minus, open the bracket. Multiply by 2n minus n minus 1. Minus, open the bracket. Absolute value. Right? So minus plus n, sorry, minus n plus n minus n, they will cancel. So it remains 2 minus 1. Right? 2 minus 1. So again we have minus, okay, plus n minus n will cancel. We have 2 inverse, abi? Okay, so come here, and we have the limit as s approaches infinity of what? Minus 1 to the power of what? The power of what? 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1. Minus, okay, sorry, 1. Let's see. Okay, yes, 2 minus 1 is 1. Yes, 1. So 1 here. So we have, thank you for that. We have limits as s approaches infinity. This should give you minus 1 multiplied by 1 over 2. Hope you know that's what to give you. Right? Which will give you limits as s approaches infinity of minus 1 over 2. Hope you know. Then absolute value of what? Half. Minus half will give you a limit as s approaches infinity of what? Of half. Because when you take absolute value of minus, anything that has negative, when you take absolute value of it, it will become plus of that same thing. But if it is plus already, what will happen? No, that's the wrong mistake you will make. It will remain the same. If it is already plus, it will remain what? The same. If it is minus, it will change to what? So what is the limit of half? What is the limit of half? What is the limit of half? What will be the limit of half? The limit as s approaches infinity of half will give you what? That is the limit of a what? Of a constant will give you what? A constant. So we are done with that. So now, taking this same question using your root test. Hope you know it will still end up here, right? But the thing is that we don't even need this. We don't need this. We don't need what? This. If we are applying our root test from this place, take note from this place. This is what we don't need. Because we are applying our root test now. So our root test tells us that L is equal to the nth root, nth what? Of a n, right? Any other thing? I omitted some, please. Limits. I forgot about the limits as s approaches what? Infinity. So now, what's our an? Limits as x approaches infinity is what we are looking for. Nth root, what is our an? This is it, abi? Minus 1, n plus 1, all over 2. Is it not? Any question? Any question? So limits as s approaches infinity of the nth roots. Of the what? Nth roots. So what can we do here? We can it? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, so what we will do here is we can apply Yes, how do you apply this? This will give you n dot minus 1. Hope you know. This multiplied by this, 1 this thing, add the power. All over 2 this. This is also half. Hope you agree. Now, this one now, what will it give you? If it's raised to the power of 1, we should have the nth, okay, let me put it this way. The nth root of, I can take this power, since this power is the same, I can have minus 1 over 2 all to the power of this. Hope you know. Do you agree? Then multiply by nth root of minus 1. Please take note. Absolute value. Abi? Right? So we can have the absolute value of, okay, if we take this cancelling this, right? We can have the absolute value of half. Absolute value of half will still give you what? Half, right? If we take the absolute value of this minus 1, what will it give you? 1. Nth root of 1 will still give you what? 1, right? Which will give you the limit. You know, there is still limit here. As s approaches what? Infinity of half. Because this will not be half. Which will still give you 1 over what? 2. And it's still the same answer. So that's finally on convergence. So in both cases, please let us take notes. Wait, so we have the ratio, the radius of convergence. We have agreed that the radius of convergence is r being equal to 1 over n, right? R equal to 1 over n, right? L, right? So which will give you 1 all over 1 over 2, right? Which will give you what? 2. Hope you know. That is the answer we want to get for the radius of convergence. Now, why will you be surprised at this? It was written in your book, you wrote it down. That the radius of convergence is 1 over what you got as L. And we're working as our L as 1 over 2. So it's 1 all over that 1 over 2, which will give you 2. Whether you use root test or ratio test, you got 1 over 2. So you still apply it to still give you the same thing. And take note, L is less than 1. Hope you know. Therefore, it means the series what does what? Series converges. What if it is greater than 1? Series. What if it is equal to 1? Fails. Please take note of that. So that will be that for convergence and divergence of a series or a power series. So thank you for watching.